Hey, how you doing? My name is Jeremiah, and we're here on our phase 2 of our new construction project over in Titusville. As you can see, we got everything set up right now, and we're basically ready for concrete. Last time you came, I think we just had the form boards in, and the plumbing was getting started. But now we got the plumbing in. I'm gonna take you over here and show you. The plumbing's already installed all over. The rebar's installed. Our underground electric pre-slab is installed. We've already got our swell treated underneath this plastic that you see for termites. We also did a compaction test to make sure the ground is nice and sturdy and it can hold the weight of the concrete, and we're ready for concrete now. So the next time you come, you'll see that we got the concrete slab poured and we'll be ready for block, and we'll be going up with construction. Just to point out a few things, I just want to point over here and show you the ground rod is installed. The reason why we put in this copper ground bar is so that the whole electrical system is bonded together. All our plumbing, we put our water supply lines underground. The reason why we do that, we go ahead and cut out a step. So this step is already done. All the water and sewer lines are where they need to be. So we're ready for concrete. So we want to go back and I want to talk about the plastic. I want to talk about the soil treatment. Just go in a little bit of deeper here. So I want to show you how we're leveled with the garage. So typically in every house, if you guys recall, there's a step down or a step up from the garage into the house. We do this for multiple different reasons. One of the big reasons is if the street floods or the driveway flood, we don't want the water to easily come in and access into the house. So that way it's a step up into the house. So you got your living square footage and you have your garage square footage, and that's a big difference in it all. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I want to talk about this plastic you guys seeing right now. Up under this plastic is the soil treatment, right? That's for the termites and all the rodents that kick in. We do go ahead and treat that, but we also put this plastic in. This is a 6 mil plastic, pretty thick. It's not as easy to tear as you might think. And the concrete sits on top of this and creates that moisture barrier, which is one of the main things it does, right? So that moisture that you could probably see in the plastic right now bubbling up, it doesn't allow it to penetrate up through the concrete into the house. Because we all know wherever there's moisture, that's followed by mold. So that's a big thing I just wanted to point out. The other thing I wanted to point out is the rebar. Notice how thick our rebar is. So we got number 5 rebar throughout the entire footing of the foundation. All right, now, all right, and this rebar go all the way up and tie all the way, just what we call a bond beam, which we'll show you that in step 3 when we're up into the block work. And so all this rebar will be poured solid all through the house and all the way around. So that's a big thing I just wanted to point out to you guys now, okay? Everybody's probably looking and saying, what is this green pipe here? This green pipe, we call it a chase. It does nothing but occupy the AC copper lines to feed the AC system. All right. So it doesn't have anything to do with the plumbing per se, but the plumbers do put it in for us instead of the AC guys coming out. It pops out there, pops out over there on the outside of the house, and that's where our AC pad will be sitting. So one of the ways that some of the big builders cut cost is this pipe, for instance, it has a thickness, and we call that the schedule of it, right? So you got schedule 40 pipe and schedule 80 pipe, which has everything to do with just the thickness of the pipe. And so we got to remember, no matter what material we use, every material is going to have some type of wear and tear to it. And if we're using that schedule 40 or thinner type material, even in the thickness of this plastic, it's going to wear out. And once it wear out, even the elements underground, that's how you get, 3-4 years, you got to replace that pipe. So what we do is everything underground, everything that's being touched by swell and underground conditions, we use a thicker schedule 80 pipe, right? That gives us more meat, if you will, to the pipe and the plastic, so it can last a little bit longer. And that's the same thing we do on the electric also. So because the electric is such a short run, it's schedule 80 through and through. We don't separate it from underground to overhead or out of the ground. The whole thing is schedule 80 under the slab and everything. we do have a bottom line. We do have some constraints, and that's the difference between spec homes and larger homes too. For this, we have short runs, so we don't see that cost as a protruding cost that can hurt us. It can only help us and give us a better product. But the bigger builders, you know, when you're talking one builder building 300 homes, he's trying to cut costs wherever he can cut costs at. So over that period, that might be, you know, something that they just look forward to cut out, try to save a few dollars. But at the end of the day, underground is underground. Chemicals and treatment can help deteriorate things that's underground. So we got to try to take care of them as best as we can.
Cool.